USC heads to Las Vegas, Nevada to kick off the biggest season in school history against the LSU Tigers. We have had to endure an entire offseason of disrespect, an entire offseason of hearing about Alex Grinch. This is a new USC team. Our quarterback is one of us, a Trojan, a fan since birth. Our defense is rebuilt with an import from across town with NFL roots. We're bigger, faster, and stronger. We're sick of the talk. We're sick of the narratives. We're ready for ball. Week 1 game preview, USC and LSU, Big Ten and SEC. Let's go. What's up, guys? My name is Gabe, and welcome back to the Trojan Blade. Welcome back to a brand new video, and welcome back to a brand new season of Trojan football. Game preview number 1 is here, and I couldn't be more excited for this one. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This game's massive. We need this one both as a fan base and as a program. Huge game any way you look at it. So in today's preview, I'll tell you about LSU scheme and personnel, what USC can do to exploit the Tigers' weaknesses, my G's keys to the game, and much more. If you are enjoying the videos though, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you all so much for tuning in today, and let's get into it. Alright, so let's meet the LSU Tigers. As usual, we start with the head coach. LSU is led by Brian Kelly, a man that really needs no introduction. When he's not faking his accent or grinding on recruits, he's actually a damn good football coach. The Tigers went 10-3 last year, very similar year to our 2022 team. Heisman winning quarterback, insane production offensively, but a defense that can't stop a damn thing. So LSU went into this offseason hiring a new defensive staff, and they're hoping to be a more balanced outfit going forward. Sound familiar? But first off, let's head over and meet the Tigers offense. Former OC Mike Denbrock has departed, and Joe Sloan is in as LSU offensive coordinator. He was the quarterbacks coach last year, so this is a big jump for him. Scheme-wise, reports out of LSU camp is that it's going to be pretty similar to last year, but we are going to see much more 12 personnel this year. They want to get more tight ends on the field. They want to be more physical. They want to run the ball. They want to help take some burden off the QB's plate. We'll see if SC can score early and often enough to take them out of that game plan. But we talked about it briefly. Jaden Daniels is gone. This is Garrett Nussmeier's team. And man, he's a gunslinger. Like I said on Twitter, he has an NFL arm and he knows it. This guy is extremely confident on the field and he lets it rip. Sometimes he absolutely wows you with the throws that he can make, but other times he throws across his body into the middle of the field and it's trouble for him. The Trojan corners are going to have to look for that and take a few chances in this game jumping routes. Garrett also has this tendency to lock onto a particular wideout and he'll throw the ball in there no matter what. I've seen a lot of people compare Miller and Garrett skill set wise. I actually think they're very different players. Miller's strength is processing and intelligence. Garrett's is his physical talent. These two guys are not working with the same toolkit. Garrett also likes to break the pocket to keep scanning downfield. He's very athletic, but he is always looking to distribute. Eyes are always downfield. The Trojan ends are going to have to keep contained on the edge and keep him in the pocket. Our goal when defending Garrett Nussmeier has to be to make him as uncomfortable as possible. He doesn't appear to be the most cool, calm, and collected guy in the world under pressure. He will make mistakes and throw it up. And if this game is a shootout like most people think it will be, a few turnovers would more than likely win this game. But when we talk about this offense, the real stars of the show are the wideouts, as is usually the case with LSU. Kyron Lacey is the star receiver for this team, 6'2", 213, super fast, insane hands. You see him making crazy one-handed catches at LSU practice. This guy's a problem. Jalen Smith, or whatever corner we have lined up on him, is going to have his hands full with this guy. Their other star wideout, Chris Hilton, did pick up an ankle injury and is questionable for the game on Sunday. CJ Daniels is another 6'2" wideout that's probably going to be the second guy in the pecking order if Hilton is out. Very talented guy in his own right. Mason Taylor is tight end 1 for the Tigers, big time player. 6'5", great yak ability. Look for him to be the go-to guy on third down in the middle of the field. Talking about the backs, Josh Williams and Caleb Jackson look to split carries in the Tiger backfield. Both very big and physical backs, 200 pounds plus, 220 pounds plus in Jackson's case. These guys like to get downhill, they like to put their shoulder down, and they want to run you over. Mason Cobb and Easton Mascarenas Arnold are going to have to be ready to go at these guys. But the strength of this particular LSU team is the offensive line. Will Campbell is the 6'6" left tackle, and this is a first-round pick in next year's draft. Insanely talented guy. He's going to be a tough nut to crack. Very violent, but also poised in pass pro and an absolute road grader in the run game. The entire line's pretty awesome 1 through 5, but he's the real standout. He's also been running his mouth a bit this week too, saying that they're going to run the ball on us and that they're going to Vegas to get into a fist fight. I love it, man. Keep talking, keep giving us ammo for this game. But we are going to have to find a way to get pressure in this game. We can't get blasted off the ball. This is where the game is going to be won or lost in my opinion. And Lincoln knows it if you heard him on Trojans Live. If our D-line gets smoked by their guys, hard to see us winning. But of course, when we're talking about success in the trenches in this game specifically, we don't have to dominate 2 out of every 3 plays. We just have to win our fair share and make those big impact plays on 3rd down, or if they go for it on 4th, not just giving it to them easy. But yeah, overall, a very talented offense, top to bottom, front to back. They have dudes, it's LSU. That's always the case, but this unit is legit. Now, moving to the Tiger defense, this is a brand new coaching staff led by former Mizzou DC Blake Baker. Normally, this is where I tell you what the base defense is here, but he changes looks so often, is so multiple, I feel it's kind of pointless. You'll see 4-3, 4-2-5, 3-3-5, 2-4-5, all of it. This defense is pure chaos. He'll bring 9 guys down on the line of scrimmage and bail out 7 of them and only rush 2. He'll do crazy stuff like that and change looks for the opposing offense. And when it comes to blitzes, this is as creative a set of blitz packages you'll see. Our line has to gel and gel fast because this is going to be a big test. We're going to have to be communicating. We're going to have to be on the same page. Now, one thing that you see with these Blake Baker defenses, he puts a ton of pressure on his cornerbacks. Again, with all these exotic blitzes, you see a lot of man coverage with these defenses, and that's why they give up so many explosives in the pass game. When you look at Missouri last year, they were top 10 when it comes to allowing explosive plays. They gave up a ton. So if our offensive line can give Miller that extra 1 or 2 seconds, we could hit some big shots in this game. Now, a quirk to this defense is instead of using a traditional nickel, they use a star, which is just a bigger safety linebacker hybrid, think Sua Cravens in 2015. And they use that spot to add that extra defender in the box to help deal with RPOs and to provide another capable run defender. Now, while there is some real talent on this Tiger defense, we have to start with their best player, Harold Perkins Jr. This is one of those freak athletes that we've come to expect at LSU. Always seems like they have a few of these guys that are just dudes, and Harold is that and then some. Powerful, fast, twitchy, dynamic, smart, great motor. This kid has got everything you look for in a star defensive player. He broke onto the scene as an edge rusher in 2022. They shifted him back to off-ball linebacker last year, and that move made no sense really. Now, they did announce that he will still be playing there this year as an off-ball linebacker, but in this Blake Baker scheme, he will be blitzing a ton. I'm sure they'll be playing him to his strengths more often than not, but he will also be in coverage a lot. And while not a liability in coverage by any means, I do think that's a matchup we could exploit if we get a Makai Lemon or Zachariah Branch lined up on him somehow. And knowing Lincoln Riley, he will do everything he can to get those matchups. But the player that will be playing in that aforementioned star position is going to be 6'2" senior Major Burns. I really think he's going to be a vital part of this game. If you can routinely put that star in conflict to make his life as difficult as possible, making it so he has no right choice to make, that can really help the Trojan offense move the ball down the field. So overall, much like our defense, we don't know a damn thing about it until we see it out on the field. There's so much new, it's hard to get a real gauge of what we're going to see. But look for them to try and confuse Miller post-snap with getting pressure on the QB being priority 1 in this game. All right, now that we've met the LSU Tigers, let's head over and talk about G's keys. All right, first up here for the offense, I have rhythm. Let's get a rhythm early on. Let's get Miller some easy completions to Zachariah Branch, to Makai Lemon. Get him feeling good and feeling confident. The second one is give Miller time. The offensive line has to hold up in this game for us to have a chance. Blake Baker is going to be sending the house a lot of the time, dialing up these really insane and creative blitzes. The communication has to be on point, and the right side of our offensive line has to hold up. That could really wreck the game plan if things go to shit there. And number 3 is mistake-free. This is going to be a close game. I don't see either team getting blown out. A turnover here or there could easily decide this one. So let's not give them any freebies. Hang on to the ball, be smart. Now, talking about the defense, the first one is obviously tackling. We couldn't tackle a thing last year. We all know this. That has to change. That has to be different. We can't be soft. We have to bring the ball carrier down. No more flailing arm tackles, please. The second one is be brave. This is a big game. National spotlight against an SEC opponent, one of the biggest brands in the sport in LSU. Sunday, the whole world is going to be watching. There's nothing else on. Don't be afraid of being the one guy that makes a mistake. Go out there and play your game. Go out there and play your game, follow your game plan, and just like it says right there on the screen, be brave. And then the third one I have is at least be neutral in the trenches. If we can somehow win the battle in the trenches, we win this game by maybe 2 or 3 scores, but at least be neutral. If we win some and they win some, I think that sets us up in a very good spot to win this game. We just can't get blasted off the ball. We can't get our asses kicked there because that's when things are going to start going to shit, in my opinion. All right, time for our score predictions. So I just checked and the line is currently 4.5. LSU obviously favored, but I have a good feeling about this game. I'm picking USC to win outright. I'm calling USC 34, LSU 28. As always, please let me know your scores down below. Can't wait to see what you guys think about this one. Guys, I can't believe that the season is finally here. We've waited so long for this weekend. Some great games tonight, obviously Thursday night. Can't wait to see North Dakota State beat Colorado. And then we obviously have some insane games all throughout the weekend. But I will have post-game coverage for you here on the channel Sunday evening. Hopefully we're all in a good mood because that would mean that USC pulled out the W. And hopefully we're feeling very, very good heading into Utah State week 2. All right, guys, that is all I have for you. If you did happen to enjoy this preview, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for all the support. You're all awesome. And as always, take care and fight on. Beat the Tigers.